And hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have an interesting topic for you guys. Guess the topic: how to calculate your safe period, that's your unfertile period. So first of all, what is safe period? Safe period is actually your unfertile period. This is when a woman is said not to be fertile. So if you want to have sex without getting pregnant and you don't really want to use contraceptives, but you want to have raw sex without getting pregnant, this is how to calculate your safe period. I'm going to show you in this video. So biologically speaking, safe period is actually when there is no egg, and once there is no egg present in a woman's body, that means the sperm won't meet any egg to fertilize. So once there is no egg for the sperm to fertilize, that virtually means you can have sex without getting pregnant, but you need to learn how to calculate your safe period. Okay guys, so let me show you how to calculate your safe period using the calendar method. First of all, you need to know how to predict the first fertile day. That's when you can get pregnant in your current cycle. Remember, if you know when you are fertile, that means it will be easier for you to know when you are unfertile. That is your safe period, and you can be able to have sex on these days without getting pregnant. That's if you don't want to have kids. Okay, so but for you to calculate this, you need to know your longest cycle and your shortest cycle, because you'll be calculating it with this calendar method using your shortest cycle and your longest cycle in the past record. So for you to know your longest and shortest cycle, you should be able to monitor your menstrual cycle for at least 6 months or 1 year, so that you can say, oh, okay, this is my shortest cycle and this is my longest cycle, and you'll be sure that this particular date you chose as your shortest cycle is your date, and the one you choose for your longest cycle is the accurate date. So let's first of all show you how to calculate this. You need to find the shortest cycle in your past record, then subtract 18 from the total number of days in that cycle. If you subtract 18 from it, you count that number from day 1 of your current cycle and mark that day with an X on the calendar. Include the day 1 when you count. The day marked X is your first fertile day, because we want to know your fertile days so that you'll be able to know when you are free to have sex. If you find out when you are fertile, then you will know when you are free to have sex. So you mark X on the first fertile day. So let me give you an instance so that you understand it very well. For example, if your shortest cycle is 26 days long, then you need to subtract 18 from 26. Get me right. If your shortest cycle is 26 days long, then subtract 18 from that 26. If you subtract it, it will give you 8. You then count 8 days starting from day 1. That's the first day of your period. So let's take for instance that the first day you saw your period was on the 4th. That means you need to subtract 26 from 18. Then count 8 days. It will give you 8. You count 8 days, but we are going to start from day 1, and day 1 is 4th. So we are counting 8 days now from 4th. You count from 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. That 11th is the 8th day, which is your first unsafe period. So you are doing this with your shortest cycle. So this is how to find out your first unsafe period day. So if you want to find out the last day that you are unsafe, that's your fertile period. I've shown you how to calculate the first day that you are unsafe. So if you want to find out the last day that you are unsafe, this is how to do it. You find out your longest cycle. When you find out your longest cycle, you subtract 11 from the total number of days in that cycle. Then it will give you the last day that you are unsafe. So let me give you an instance. If your longest cycle is 30 days long, you subtract 11 from 30, it will give you 19. You now count 19 days starting from that same day 1. Remember, our day 1 in this calendar now is 4th. 4th is our day 1. So you're counting 19 days from that day 1, which is 4th of that month on this calendar. So what you do is you count from fourth, you count 19 days, and counting from fourth, the 19th day is 22nd, and then you mark X. That 22nd is your last unsafe day. So this is actually how you're going to count it. You count from 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, down to 22nd. So when you count down to 22nd, 22nd is your last fertile day of the cycle, while 11th is your first fertile day of the cycle. I want to recap. I said for you to know the first unsafe day, you're going to subtract 18 from 26 and it will give you 8. Then you count 8 days from the first day of your menstrual cycle. The first day you saw your period, you count 8 days from that day. If you saw your period on 4th, you count 4th as day 1, 5th as day 2, 6th as day 3. Then you count down to 11th. 11th is your first unsafe period and 22nd is your last unsafe period. That is to say, if you're able to find out your first unsafe day and your last unsafe day, the remaining days you are safe. That is from 1st to 10th on this calendar, you are safe to have sex without getting pregnant. And from 23rd to 30th down to 1st, you are safe to have sex. I hope this video is clear. If you still have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. I'm actually going to address the questions in the comment section. Or if you still have anything you want me to talk about, I can make a separate video on that. Okay guys, so I hope you can now calculate your safe period. I hope you can now tell when you are unfertile as a woman. You can be able to calculate and tell, okay, this is when I want to have sex without getting pregnant. You want to have sex without the use of contraceptives. You want to have sex without having babies. This is the best time to have sex. So if you actually learned something from this video and you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, share it out, comment on my videos, share it to your friends. If you haven't subscribed till now, what are you waiting for? Please kindly hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on to get notifications anytime I post new videos. See you in my next video. Bye.